Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary and high school age. Today is going to be a weekly homeschooling plan with me, and we are right down to the wire. Honestly, we only have a couple of weeks left for our first semester. It has gone so fast. I honestly cannot believe how fast it has gone, but it has also been really, really good. If you've not seen any of my homeschool planning videos, I will leave the playlist in the description box because it has all of the information about the curriculum we're using this year, all of my planning process, all of that kind of stuff. I do color code in here. This is Emma's color. We have a family color, Jack and Lucy. And the way that I use these columns is I have 2 for Emma, 1 for our government, economics, personal finance, logic classes, which I do with Emma and Jack. And then on the other side, I have 2 for Jack and then 2 for Lucy. I'm going to have to highlight here because I used to only need 1 for Lucy, but now everybody has lots of work. So I'm not going to be writing down everything, mainly for the government, economics, personal finance, logic stuff, because I did sit down and go through everything that we need to do for the end of the semester. And so I have not been following the schedule as much for this. And so I will instead just follow that list and not write down specific things for each day. I will write down the kids' individual work, and I will put, government economics workbook on here just so that I am checking in with them to make sure that they are on track to finish that. Yes. That was kind of a long introduction. So now the first thing that I'm going to do is just put everybody's names on the top. That's just how I do it. I did try the stickers last year that they have, but honestly, they made the top so thick, it was really hard to write on like the top couple of boxes for the week. So I stopped doing that after a few months, and that is what it is. Well, that's not going to be straight at all. That's all right. Got better as I went down the line. Okay, so actually I will start with Lucy. She dumped water all over her math book the other day, which set us back a little bit. I do not think we are going to be finished with Singapore 4A for her. She ended up starting teaching textbooks, and she is still doing teaching textbooks, but we started Singapore 4A probably about a month ago, and we've been slowly working through it and kind of taking breaks as we go because she's still memorizing her math facts, her multiplication and division math facts. She does know them, but it takes her, she doesn't have quick recall yet. So we are still working on that, and that is totally okay. But it definitely is slowing us down a little bit. 29. It may seem like a lot of math, but she really enjoys the teaching textbooks lessons, so I have her do those for fun. And then I make her do the Singapore math because I really like the mental math. Sorry guys, I can't write and talk at the same time. I like the mental math aspect of Singapore, and I feel like it gives a really strong math background. And my 2 older kids do really, really well with math, so I contribute some of that to me enjoying math, but also the Singapore program, which I used with both Emma and Jack. All right, so we are still working on the elections lap book. Even though the election is done now, we will continue to work through it. We do a little bit each day, which is fun. Well, not every day, actually. We don't do it on Wednesdays. We are reading Mr. Lemoncello. It's Mr. Lemoncello's library, but I don't have enough space to write all of that. And we do that every day, a little bit each day. There is a movie which we watched with Jack and Emma years ago, and it's not quite what the book is, but that is still fun. And she's really enjoying this book, so that is good. She is reading, what is she reading? It's called Violet Barnaby, maybe? Yes, The Wondrous World of Violet Barnaby. I think this may have been a summer reader at some point. Oops. From Sunlight. Or the first one, what is the first book? The Charming Life of Izzy Malone. That may have been a summer reader and Emma really liked it, so I bought the second one. Or it could have been, I don't know. It's possible that it was a summer reader as well, just on a different year. I wish that Sunlight still had those because I loved buying all of those summer reader packages. They had such great books. They were so well chosen for the different age levels, elementary, middle, and high school, and they had a boys list and a girls list for each of those age ranges, and I bought them all for many years, and I wish they still had them, because when somebody else can put together a book list for you, it is just so much better. And I ended up buying a lot of the high school level books when Emma was maybe in 5th grade. So we have lots of high school books. We have, so many levels all through, high school, which is nice. And some of those high school books I really enjoy as well. Okay, so that is what she is reading. And then for language arts, she has week 11 copywork application. Interview a character, part 1. Interview a character, part 2. She has language arts, week 12, copywork application. Language arts, week 13, copywork application. I know it seems crazy that we're doing multiple weeks of language arts, but it's just how it has worked for us. We've done other writing things, and so I don't do everything in the Sunlight curriculum, but then there are some little activities that I do from the Sunlight language arts, and we've kind of mixed everything around because she's already read all of the readers for this language arts program, so I'm choosing different books for her to read that are not part of this curriculum. So some of the language arts stuff does not work for her because she's not reading those books at this moment. I guess we could go back and kind of do some things from those books and just refer to the books, but it's a little bit more challenging that way to work on that. So anyways, okay, now we have, see, this is where I struggle because I've written all of this stuff down, but then she also has like cursive and spelling UC and some other stuff that I will write over here, and I end up not filling up all of these lines on one side. Anyways, okay. So cursive, spelling UC. Okay, that is Lucy's work for next week. Now I will do Emma. She has government workbook. She is going to be starting Frankenstein this week. This month, instead of doing the writing from Sunlight Language Arts, or English, she is doing NaNoWriMo, and her word goal is the full 50,000 words this month. So we will see how that goes. I feel like she's doing a good job. She spent the month of October, NaNoWriMo, sorry, I can't write and talk at the same time. She spent the month of October mapping out and plotting the story that she wanted to do. So she took a lot of notes and made note cards and really got ready for it. Technically Friday is our screen-free day, but I don't mind if she's typing. Okay. And actually, let me write down Monday meeting. It's actually Veterans Day as well. My husband does not have the day off, and we don't take the Monday holidays most of the time. Wednesday is Passion Projects, which for Emma is NaNoWriMo, and for Jack it is his animated series that he's been working on. And Friday is Screen-Free Day, which really just means that we read a lot and play games. Lucy actually has been putting together the KiwiCo clubs, KiwiCo Labs kits. The past couple of weeks, she made this little delivery robot. So it like opens up and she puts stuff in it and then like drives it to people in the house. It's really cute. And then yesterday she made, it's called Trash Get Ball. So it's like a basket for trash, but it has like a hoop and it has a cover that you can like put down and stuff. Anyways, it was really cool. So she's been having a lot of fun doing those projects. Screen free day. She is working on consumer math from Not Consumed and loves that class. So I think this just came out this year, the consumer math class, and she is really, really enjoying it. She, a couple of weeks ago, finished a whole section on filing taxes and the differences between W-4 employees and 1099 employees, or owning your own business and getting 1099s, how to file taxes, creating like a small business and selling a product, how to price the product. It's been a lot of fun for her, and she has been spending a ton of time doing that. I wasn't sure when I got it how full the course would be, but it's actually really, really good, and she is definitely enjoying it. In Your Own Words, creative writing, also from Not Consumed. That is something that Jack and Emma are working on together, and again, they are doing a great job working on that, and they're learning all kinds of stuff. So that is good. Also kind of time consuming because they work on it together, and it's funny. I know I've mentioned that before, but it's funny to listen to them, because I'm usually doing School with Lucy downstairs when they're upstairs working on this In Your Own Words, and they are just laughing and having a blast. I think part of it is because Jack does some silly writing, but it is funny. Okay, we have statistics that we have to get through. She has kind of dropped pre-calculus at the moment. I'm not sure if she will come back to it in January, or if she just really wants to not be doing pre-calculus. Some of the colleges that we've talked to have said, well, when you come in, you're going to have to take something like that anyways. It's not that she does not do well in the class, it's that she just really doesn't enjoy it, and she is doing several other math classes with the consumer finance, the statistics, and she's doing personal finance through the guest hollow course. So I don't know. She is also kind of interested in maybe taking like an accounting course at the college through dual enrollment. So we might do that. I'm just not really sure how to manage that, because she has no desire to go into like an engineering or computer science field. And I feel like she would be 100% capable of doing accounting, but I don't know. I didn't really feel like pre-calculus helped me with accounting. I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe somebody will leave me a comment and let me know how that is different. Okay, she still has a current events report on Thursday, and then her dailies are World Watch, Wordly Wise, narration, and journaling for her book. And she's usually just using the questions. She's just choosing some of the questions to reflect on in her journaling. Okay, so that is Emma. Again, I'm not going to write out government, economics, personal finance, logic, that stuff. I'm not doing that. Okay, let's see. So Jack right now is reading Hunger by Michael Grant, and that is part of the Gone series. And it is definitely dystopian, definitely violent. So if you have a sensitive reader, don't give them this series. But Jack really liked it, so I'm pleased about it. Has absolutely nothing to do with any of the books that I chose for him this year. But having him want to read a book is really important to me, and so I found this series and one other series that he wasn't really interested in trying. He doesn't like to be reading multiple series at once, but I did some research and tried to find some books that I thought he might enjoy. So he tried Gone, which was the first book in this series, liked it, and then checked out the second book. So that is good. That is good. All right, so teaching textbooks, geometry. Where is he? Lesson 55. I think he is right on track to be finished right before Thanksgiving. Test 9. Yes, okay. He has In Your Own Words, Japanese. I think that he's on lesson 8, although he was sick last week, so he might be a little bit behind. He just needs to be through lesson 8 by Thanksgiving, and I think that he will be. It takes him about 2 weeks to get through a lesson. There are, I believe, 12 or 14 lessons in this level, so he will finish early second semester, and then we will move on to level 3. This is the Japanese from Zero program, which I really, really like. I think it's great, and he has learned quite a bit, and I don't understand any of it. Okay. He has his Unity Gaming, which he is on track with, and that is good. He really is enjoying the programming, and I think that he's learning quite a bit. The first few lessons or chapters, I don't really know how it works, were kind of a review of stuff that he already knew, and but it's good. And there are labs for each chapter or unit, so that's good. And then he is also doing digital music production with Mr. D Math, and that is just a 1 semester course, so I think that he will be done with that completely by Thanksgiving, and it has been a lot of fun for him to work on, especially because of his animated series that he's been doing. Trying to find music for his animated series is challenging, you know, with copyright laws and stuff, and so he wanted to do the digital music production so that he could start creating some of the music for the animated series. I don't think that he's doing any of that yet, but just understanding the tools and sort of learning the process, I think is really, really good for him, and he's been enjoying it. It's not too much work. He feels like he can get through it easily enough, so I'm very pleased about that. He also has a current events report due, and then he has the same dailies, World Watch, Wordly Wise, narration. We do have another Brave Writer guide of The Outsiders that I had planned to do in November, but it released in November, and so I didn't have enough lead time to prep that, because when you buy the single issues, you only get them on the 1st of the month. You can't get it beforehand. If you buy the whole package, like the whole year package from Brave Writer, they give you the guides a couple of weeks ahead of time. And so he read The Outsiders, but because I couldn't get the guide until November 1st, I knew that I was going to have to just push it off to January. So we will do it later in the year, but it is something that he does need to work on. He is doing Nano this month, NaNoWriMo. He did not choose a word goal, I don't think. So we'll see, but I think that he's already written a lot. He is writing the backstory of a character, or like maybe a prequel to his animated series for one of the characters, which I think is cool. Okay guys, here is the week of November 11th. I know it may not look as full as some of my other weeks. I think that's partly because I've not written down government, personal finance, economics, logic, all of that stuff relating to those courses, which I also have to just keep reminding myself that it is so many credits. I always think of it as one class because it is one resource, but it is way more than one class, and so reminding myself of that is helpful. I've definitely had to adjust things, especially with the other work that we are doing in other classes, because we are literature-based already. I'm kind of used to the level of work, but it's a little more chaotic to me. I really like the course, but it doesn't read as easy to me as the Sunlight stuff. So I'm not entirely sure why. I think part of it is because of the online resources that need to be used, and I am not used to that, going back and forth to the computer or trying to stop what I'm reading so we can watch a video. That's a little bit more challenging. Anyways, but this is my week. Only a couple of weeks left, and then I get a nice long break for Christmas, and I am so excited about it. Okay guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions about anything that I talked about, let me know in the comments, or you can email me. My contact form is always in the description box. And if you'd like more help and encouragement around homeschooling and home management and goals, I would love for you to come check out my membership community. That link is also always in the description box. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.